Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining. Lovely to be here with you in the Life Lifter Showcase. And tonight, we're going to be talking about goal mapping, how this amazing system helps to lift lives. And as we go through the evening, we'll be explaining how you can use it in your work, helping other people. Please do write in the chat, say hi. We'd love to know where you're joining from. The last time we run this program last month, I think we had people from 11 different countries joining. So please write in the chat where you're joining from tonight. And if you are already a coach, a trainer, a therapist, then please do let us know. Who do you have a passion to help? Everyone I meet that becomes a coach or a trainer, they want to make a difference in some way in the world. What type of people are you looking to make a difference to? Maybe you're aspiring to become a coach, a trainer, or a therapist. Maybe you're looking for some sort of life change from what you already do, or maybe to just have another skill because you have a great passion for empowering people. So just looking through, people joining from London, Essex, and Ontario, Canada. Lovely to see you. People also joining here from Romania. Fantastic. We have one goal mapping coach in Romania, as far as I know. A couple of other people from Romania that have emigrated to England that have also become certified in goal mapping and teaching it. Sweden, nice to see you. And people saying working with children, adolescent, mental health. And South Wales, people joining from, counsellor and hypnotherapist. Tell us what's the greatest barrier for you as a coach? If you're already working in the field of coaching, what is it that is a challenge for you? What holds you back? Or maybe what's the greatest goal that you've ever helped someone achieve? What's that thing that when you think back about it makes your heart sing? I've had some absolutely amazing messages, letters over the years from all sorts of people around the world telling me what they've achieved with goal mapping. And if ever I'm feeling unmotivated or uninspired or tired, I just need to look at the messages that I hear from people, and it so lifts me. I think it's the greatest feeling to help someone achieve their goals. Aspiring to be a coach from Kelly here, practicing coaching at identity level. I'm going to move into the PowerPoint presentation and just start to go through some of the key information that we're going to cover here tonight in the program. And tonight, we're going to look at goal mapping in detail. If you don't know me, I'm Brian Main. I'm the creator of the goal mapping system. I started my speaking career in 1994 in this picture here you can see. And for almost 30 years now, I've been sharing the goal mapping system. You can see it here next to my picture. And we're going to explain this in detail tonight. We'll give you enough information tonight that you will be able to use this technique for yourself, either through our free downloads and use it on paper, or by using our free online software, and also information about how you can teach this with your clients. So if you are already a coach or a trainer or a therapist, then tonight is for you for sure, because helping your clients achieve their goals is just such a crucial aspect of making a difference to others, if that's our life path. If you're aspiring to be a coach or a trainer or a therapist, then tonight is absolutely for you also, because tonight we're going to be showing how the training program can help you to help other people really quickly, really easily. If you're struggling to help your clients have a breakthrough and achieve success, well, tonight is for you, because the goal mapping system is so super designed for helping people create that clarity and achieve their goals. If you want to increase your client numbers, your client base, then tonight is also for you. And in particular, if you've ever tried to set a goal before and not achieved it, then tonight is absolutely for you, because tonight we're going to focus on the right and the wrong ways of setting goals. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't understand the science of goal success. Even some of the top coaches in the world don't specialize in the science of how you set goals in the correct way. And tonight we're going to share all of that information and how you can use the materials yourself. And if you're interested, the certification program. Not being able to help your clients have a breakthrough and achieve their goals, I think, is one of the greatest pains. I've experienced it a couple of times in my life, and it's really led me on a journey to find the goal mapping system and to find out how I best empower people with it. For me, the greatest feeling is when you help somebody have that breakthrough. When you help a client achieve their goal, it's such an amazing feeling to help your client have that breakthrough, some life change. But what's more, it's the very best form of marketing, because happy clients become raving fans that want to tell more people about how you've helped them achieve this special thing and to work with you. And some of my biggest clients in the world, including big corporate clients like Microsoft, Siemens, Disney, Coca-Cola, have actually been recommended to me because of the strength of goal mapping from some executive that's used it. It's helped that person advance their career, and now they're recommending to others. So if you've ever tried setting a goal, and write it in the chat, if you've tried setting a goal and not achieved it, then let us know in the chat here, because there'll be a reason for that. And most often the reason why people don't achieve their goals is because, quite simply, they don't have the right goal setting methodology to follow through with in the first place. Goal setting is a science. There is a right way and a wrong way. And if you're not setting a goal in the right way, your chances of achieving it are so much reduced. The great sadness for me is that I see many people setting goals or New Year's resolutions. We're getting close to New Year, and they don't achieve them. And it leads them into the false belief that they can't do this thing, can't achieve this thing that's important to them. And the truth is, actually, most people can achieve so much more than they're aware of. But they need to set the goal in the right way. Goal setting is a science. There's a right way and a wrong way. And if we're not setting the goal in the right way, we simply don't achieve it. So if you have ever tried setting a goal, if you've ever met the pain of not achieving your own goals, or you've had the frustration of not being able to help a client have a breakthrough and achieve their goals, then here's why. Maybe you were setting the goal using a system like SMART: specific, measurable, achievable. I hear so many people talk about SMART goals, but actually SMART goals are a bit dumb in some ways, because they miss many of the important things that are vital for goal success. And most people, when they're setting a SMART goal, specific, measurable, achievable, time-bound, yada, 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 they're just writing line after line after line of analytically constructed statements that only activate half of their brain, the left side of the brain. Now, since around year 2000, dream boards and vision boards have become popular. But again, I have many people coming to me totally frustrated because they've used the top dream board or vision board package and they haven't achieved their goals. And the reason for that is that, again, a vision board is only really activating half of your brain, this time right side of the brain. People come to me with their vision boards and they have a lot of nice pictures. And those pictures are capturing their dream and some good feelings. But again, it's only half of the brain. There is no words, there is no clarity, there's no timeline, there's no action plan. And so again, it's an incomplete system. Goal mapping uses both sides of the brain. It activates both the right creative brain as well as the left logical brain. And when someone is creating a goal map, it helps them to think about what they want, why they want it, when they want it, how they're going to do it, the simple action plan, and who's going to help. All the key information and the goals are stated in words and pictures to stimulate both sides of the brain. When I first started teaching goal mapping in 1995, I really thought I had something absolutely brand new. And then I was invited to a Hindu ceremony in London in 1999, about 5 years after I started teaching the system. And I was amazed to see the Brahmin priests chanting a mantra, words for the left brain, while looking at a yantra, power pattern picture for the right brain. This combination of affirmation and visualization is absolutely crucial for whole brain activation. And through that whole brain activation, we achieve conscious self-manifestation. Self-manifestation, we turn our thoughts into realities. Modern living is a whole brain game. We need to be good with our right brain, creativity, have nice pictures of our future, and we absolutely also need to engage our left brain so we are clear about the plan and the words. Pick up any children's book, you're going to see the same principle. A is for apple. Words and pictures. Left brain words, right brain imagery. And just to bring it up to date, here's a screen grab from my sat nav a little while ago when I was driving up to Scotland. And look at this screen grab from my phone. Words and pictures. We've got the picture to give me the visual of the road layout. And then we've got all of the key information here in the form of words. And this is why a goal map works so amazingly well. And this is why a goal map has reached and helped so many people around the world, and people become such raving fans of it and recommend it to others. Words and pictures, right brain, left brain, and the structure of the map gives us a main goal right in the center, with then more goals either side. Now, these can be from all different areas of your life. If you were coaching someone to create their best life, you get them to dream big, capture that big picture. Or maybe you're coaching someone to improve an area of their life, such as their health or their wealth or their relationships. Well, then you can focus all the aspects of the map into that one area. Top of the map are the motivating reasons why. Why do you want to achieve your goals? What are your strongest emotional reasons? Because it's emotion that motivates us. Always captured in affirmation and visualization, words and pictures for whole brain activation. And then when? If we don't have a date, we can't make a plan. We need a target date to aim for to achieve the main goal. We need a start date. This gives us a timeline, and on that timeline, we can hang the last two steps. How? What are the simple things you need to do to move towards your goal? And then who? Who is going to help you do the things to move towards your goal? So within the map, we have the key information of conscious achievement. By creating the map in words and pictures, we stimulate whole brain activation. And as we go through this presentation this evening, I will be explaining clearly, step by step, why it is so important to stimulate whole brain activation. Now, as we go through, please do write your questions in the chat. I'm going to keep glancing down every so often, making sure that I'm covering off everything that everyone is answering. And every so often, Vicky will be answering questions, as well as if we have existing goal mapping coaches on the call this evening, please do feel free to jump in, introduce yourself, say what you're doing with goal mapping, and answer any of the questions we have here. So we're helping everyone to get their answers as quickly as possible. There is a very ancient system of goal setting that seems to have been overlooked in many modern teachings. That ancient system or syntax for success is quite simple in principle. Firstly, turn your goals and intentions into affirmations. And in a little while tonight, we're going to focus specifically on how to write your goals as an affirmation, because again, there is a right way and a wrong way. Once you learn the principles of how to write goals as affirmations, you'll find the power of your goal achievement so much increased. Then the next step is to turn your affirmations into visualizations. So the thoughts on the left side of the brain in words need to also be created on the right side of the brain in imagery. Affirmations with words, visualizations using pictures or imagery is the way that we activate our whole brain and command our subconscious mind for success. And then to turn our visualizations and affirmations into manifestations, creating a reality. In a little while from now, I'll be guiding everyone through an understanding of the 7 steps of goal mapping. Step 1, dream. Take a few moments, close your eyes, have a little daydream about what it is that you really want to achieve. And of course, there may be many, many things you want to achieve. And this first step is using your right brain imagination and creativity. And then the second step of goal mapping is to use your left brain and logic to evaluate the many things you want to achieve and identify what's the main thing. Which one thing, once achieved, is most going to help you to achieve the other things, and then to start to map it out in words and pictures. And remember, you can do this on paper if you want to be very creative and draw your map, or you can use the online system, which is much more powerful in so many ways, and upload personal pictures to create your map in a digital format. I'll be showing you how you can use either tonight, and you can do it for absolutely free. Step 4, why? What are your strongest motivating reasons why you want to achieve your goals? And then when, how, and who. And so goal mapping is both a record of what you want to achieve and why, as well as a simple action plan that helps you move towards your goal. Because whether you are a coach, a teacher, a trainer, a therapist, community leader, just someone looking to make a difference in life, helping your clients achieve their goals is essential. And whatever type of coach you are or aspire to be, whatever your passion, your niche, your purpose in life, helping your clients achieve their goals is fundamental to success, their success, but also your success, because so much of coaching and training revolves around helping people to have those breakthroughs and to change their life for the better in some way. As Siv Tuve here, who becomes certified in goal mapping in 2019, says, when I started as an executive leadership coach and mental trainer, I was missing a goal-setting tool. Finding goal mapping was a big moment for me because it gave me the concrete structure and tool I had been looking for. The coach training was easy to learn and quick. I was quick to start, and my clients who also found it easy and powerful in their results. And there are now more than 1,500 coaches and trainers and therapists around the world are using goal mapping. Together, it's helped to reach more than 5 million people, including 1 million students in schools in 30 plus countries around the world. And there are, the exact number is 1,576 people now certified in goal mapping. It is a complete science for success. And so if you're enrolling in the goal mapping coach training, you are learning this science of success, as well as the coaching process for goal mapping, and of course, being able to use the platform. Goal mapping is one of those amazingly simple yet powerful and universal systems for success that works with big and small business. These are just some of the famous brand names. We could fill many screens with big organizations using goal mapping. Starbucks, for instance, is missing from the list here when I look at it. But a great passion for me has been getting it to students in school. And there are so many countries now that are supplying goal mapping to their children. And here in Nigeria, we have a group of children from actually the top private school in Nigeria. But in many, many countries now, it's state schools that are looking for trainers that will present a goal mapping session. We have goal mapping in well-being. There are various types of well-being, including diet organizations who have adopted goal mapping because it's so effective at helping people follow through with their health and well-being goals. And here Sandra is saying, I changed my life with goal mapping first, of becoming a coach and a therapist, and then on to create my own well-being program, which is called Slim Pod. And she's been so amazingly successful. The next big goal I created was to work with the UK National Health Service. By 2018, the first hospital started using my program. Goal mapping helped me to make such a big difference to so many others. And Sandra, with her slimming program, has reached thousands and thousands of people, and not just here in the UK where she started, but now around the world. And it's so super that she includes goal mapping within her program. And we have sports people using the program. This is Katalin Konya, 3 times world champion kickboxer. And you can see she has her goal map next to her picture here. Katalin said that creating her goal map helped to supercharge her visualization, which gave her the edge and helped her to win the world championships. There's been a lot of good media and PR around goal mapping. This article from CNN saying how great goal mapping is to help people advance their career. And even the world's leading speakers either use or have endorsed goal mapping. Here, Tony Robbins. I've made so many presentations and workshops for Tony Robbins for his top clients. And he's saying Brian is one of the best at helping people create a world-class blueprint for their success, not just goals, but sustainable success. His mapping systems are a blast and really effective. I'm just going to make this point. Tony Robbins is recognized by many people to be the top coach in the world. He has his own goal-setting system. He doesn't really need to pick me up and to pay for me to teach goal mapping to his top clients. but he has now for many years. And just in the last year, I've made 2 workshops for Tony Robbins for his Platinum Partner group. Now, you may have already guessed, I'm quite passionate about the subject and about goal mapping, and I want to share my backstory with you. I'm going to change the camera position and sit down, see if I can do it in one little flow here, because only really by knowing my story will it help you to understand why I feel the way I do about this program and the difference it can make, because of the difference it's made in my own life. I was born into a traveling funfair family, and here on the screen you can see my great aunt and great uncle who had an act in the circus. And on both sides of my family, I'm related to the oldest circus families in the UK. And for generations, my ancestors have been in this industry of traveling circus and funfair. This is my father's funfair, and this picture is particularly meaningful for me because this picture was taken the year I was born, 1961. And my father made a decision. You can see him at the bottom of the picture walking in the water because the funfair got flooded when the river burst its banks. And the decision he made was that he would take his funfair equipment to the seaside and he would open for the tourist industry as well as traveling to all the small fairs. And so growing up, I had different homes every year. I had a home on the Isle of Wight for the tourist industry. I had another home traveling around with the fun fairs. I had a third home at our winter base. So I had different schools, different sets of friends, and different ways of life each year. I didn't go to school very much, and I dropped out of education at just 13. I never learned to read and write properly because I have dyslexia. I never gained any qualifications leaving school at 13. And although it may sound strange to you leaving school at 13, in my community, the funfair community, in my generation, it was normal. My brother, my sister, my cousins, my friends, everyone I knew left school at 13 because in this life, nobody really values higher education and qualification. This is a self-employed existence. Nobody is looking for qualifications to get a job. Instead, at 13, you are expected to help run the family business. And you are given a stake in the business. And my stake in the business at 13 was this rocket-shaped bubblegum machine. And my father had taught me how to be a young entrepreneur. Empty the bubblegum money, buy more bubblegum, reinvest. And so my next year, I bought this pinball machine. And at age 15, my big business breakthrough was this Space Invaders machine. At 18, my father asked me to find a new outlet for business on the Isle of Wight, where we had our amusement arcades. And I become the youngest person in England to be given a license to open up a disco. In 1981, I become the youngest ever licensee, a nightclub owner, and I opened a very unusual club that became very, very successful. This is me at 19. It was the height of the new romantics movement. And this is me with my face paint and frilly shirt. I was a DJ for 10 years. It's my DJ box, blue crystal in a gorilla hand. And it became very successful. We're in all the music magazines. I run the place together with my brother. We had an amazing amount of success for 13 years. And then after 13 years, it came crashing down. And what triggered the crash was affordable air travel. In the late 1980s, early 90s, holiday makers in England stopped coming to the Isle of Wight, and they started going to the Mediterranean for their main summer holiday instead, where the sunshine was guaranteed. And tourism on the Isle of Wight just died. And it was a situation outside of my control, but it triggered a real crash in the family business. And at age 29, I went from being worth a lot of money to owing a lot of money. In fact, I was £1 million in debt at age 29. I had no qualifications. My home was repossessed. My marriage broke down under the pressure. Of course, I had no formal work experience. I'd only ever worked for my father, the family business, myself, and I couldn't even read or write properly, having left school at 13 with no qualifications and dyslexia. Life was looking very dark. I was really, really scared. I just didn't know what I would do. And I hid from the situation. I moved back into my old bedroom in my parents' house. Their home was due to be repossessed. My brother's home had already been repossessed. The crisis had destroyed the whole family. My parents were 65 at the time. I felt so responsible for them, but I just thought, what on earth am I going to do? I've got no qualifications. I can't read and write. I've never had a proper job. I've got £1 million of debt. And I was depressed and I was scared and I wasn't getting help from anyone. And I sat in my bedroom day after day with my head in my hands, crying and really not knowing what my future would be. And then one day come a knock on the door. And I thought, it's the repossession people coming for sure. And I peered through the curtain, and instead it was some people I knew, some friends who come to see how I was, but they also came offering me an opportunity of work. They offered me a job as a salesperson, doing direct sales on commission only. So if you sell something, you earn some commission, but if you don't sell anything, you don't earn anything. But it was an opportunity, and they convinced me it would be a good thing for me and to get out of my bedroom. And they knew I couldn't read and write. They said, we'll cover for you and help you. And I joined their sales organization. And at first, it was hopeless. I didn't sell anything, mostly because I had such a bad, negative attitude about how my life was, and I was blaming others, saying it's not my fault that no tourists are coming here anymore. But every so often, that's what happens in life, is an industry changes and you have to change with the industry. The great fortune that came for me, the great light that shone, and it's often darkest just before the dawn, is that in joining this sales team, I met an amazing life coach, a man who died quite young, but for some years, he really helped me change my life for the better. His name's Mike Rosewarne, and what he started to teach me was the science of positive thinking. Everything that I learned from this man about how our thoughts stimulate brain cell connections that release chemicals, that give us feelings and attitudes, that empower our behavior, helped me to change my life. He showed me how I could focus the science of positive thinking and goal setting to boost my sales performance. And within 1 year, I'd taken my sales performance from the lowest person in the team to the highest. In addition, he showed me how I could use the same principles of positive thinking and goal setting to overcome my learning challenges. Everything that I learned, I poured into my life. Life improved, and other people wanted to know what I was doing, and I started teaching it to them. more and more I become fascinated by the principles and techniques of personal development. I learned to speed read and was reading more than a book a week, and everything that I was reading, I was applying to my life, and more people were wanting to know, how are you improving your life so quickly? How are you making this change? I got invited to leave sales and become a trainer. I joined a training company in London, and I started teaching the work of Tony Robbins, Stephen Covey, Brian Tracy, Zig Ziglar, Jim Rohn. I was trained and certified to teach the work of many different trainers and coaches. And as I went around the UK making presentations, I met so many people that had said to me, Brian, I wish that I'd learnt this earlier. I wish that I understood that success wasn't an accident, that there is a formula, there are principles to follow if you want to achieve your greatest dreams, if you want to turn your thoughts into realities. One of the things that was often said to me was, why wasn't I shown this at school? And why didn't somebody teach me this simple science of positive thinking and goal setting when I was young? It's a lifelong skill. It would have made such a difference to me. And I was thinking, because I'm hearing this time and time again in my workshops and training, so I'm thinking, why didn't somebody teach me this when I was young? I narrowed my focus down to just books about goal setting. I spoke to all the experts that would talk to me around the world, and thankfully many would, because I was in this fortunate position of working for a big training company in London that had contracts with many of the top speakers in the world, like Tony Robbins, Stephen Covey, Brian Tracy. And I was able to meet these people and chat with them and talk to them. What do you think are the most important things about setting goals? What are the key principles? I become really obsessed about it. And then driving my car late one night through the streets of London, I had a flash come to my mind that is a goal map. And from this initial flash, like a gift from the universe, I saw the whole thing complete. I started to reverse engineer what I saw in the flash and started to structure it as a training program. And I ran the first training program in 1995, and it quickly spread to so many people. And this is one of my very early goal maps from 1996. And in my goal map, I'm mapping out, presenting in different countries, but also writing the goal mapping book, selling a lot of copies, and doing big presentations. You can see the pictures here with the words, and it worked really quickly. The goal mapping book is now in its second edition. It's been translated into so many different languages. In total, my 4 books are in 15 different languages, 16 actually now. We've got the simplified version of Chinese with goal mapping. I'm just showing a few of them here. And very quickly, I found myself being invited to write magazine articles and being featured within newspapers in many different countries, and not just in the UK. I've spoken in 30 plus countries around the world, here in Belgium at one of my big keynotes, and I've shared the stage with some of the world's top speakers. So you can see John Gray here, the man who wrote Men Are From Mars, Women From Venus, Keith Cunningham, Brendan Burchard, T. Harv Eker, Janet Atwood. There are many, many more I could mention. Robert Kiyosaki, for instance, with Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Behind all of the work for nearly 30 years now has been my great desire to help lift 7 million lives. I'm still touched to this day that when I was in such a dark and difficult place, there was a great coach that helped me. I don't know if he would realize the impact that he's had, because he died before my big successes started to unfold. But by helping me, he's helped so many others. And my desire is to help as many coaches and trainers as I can to help others with this simple technique that feels like it's a gift that was given to me. I started the goal mapping certification program in 1999. There were 10 people on the first program, which I run from my home. And now, almost, I don't know how long it is, 25 years later from 1999, and we have 1,576 people that are certified and teaching the system, some of them in corporate, some in public, and many in education, many people specializing in well-being. And of course, many people are combining goal mapping with something else that they teach. And you can see here the Life Lifter community. These are the certified coaches, trainers, therapists making a difference with goal mapping. They come from many countries. They're of all ages. The youngest is just 14. And the oldest is in her 80s. And they are making a difference around the world. What unites them all is they have a passion to inform and inspire and empower people, enable people. It's not enough to just know what you want, because you also know what you don't want. The two cancel each other out. It's really important that you have a tool that helps you capture what you want, clarify it, be really clear about what you want, and map it down in words and pictures. So it's stimulating both sides of your brain, activating both sides of your brain, which is helping you to be consciously clear of your goal, but also command your subconscious, your autopilot, to move you towards your goal. And we're going to be talking about the subconscious, how it works with the conscious mind, and why goal setting is so incredibly important to command your subconscious in just a little while from now. Do you have a passion to help young people? I saw in the chat earlier somebody saying helping children, here it is, and adolescents with mental health. There are people certified in goal mapping that absolutely focus in on that. Emily from Italy has become so well known for her work with students in goal mapping. She's been in many of the Italian newspapers for the difference she's made with students. For me, it's the greatest feeling to help someone achieve their goal. Helping a young person achieve their goal, wow. And think about it for a moment. And learning how to set goals correctly so you increase your chance of achieving them has to be the number one life skill. It's lifelong. Once you learn it, you've got it for life, and it's life-wide. Here we have the goal mapping queens in England. This is Jill and Katrina. I've been teaching goal mapping since around about 2019. And they're focused on business. And here we've got Marina, who is living in Greece and runs a training company in Greece. And I've been working together with Marina and goal mapping for some years. And the wonderful thing about goal mapping is we like to keep people together as much as we can as a family. We all help each other in the community. But of course, with clients, what you find is many clients, even though you help them to overcome their challenges or their problems and have a breakthrough, many clients will want to repeat work with you, because goal setting is one of those things that people like to do every year. And we're coming up to the busiest time of year, start of the new year, new you, new resolutions. This is the time for both goal setting for yourself but it's also the time when clients want to connect with someone, especially someone that's helped them before, to set their New Year's goals and have their best year yet. Let's see what Marina's got to say here. Oh, don't know if I can get the volume up. Don't know if it's playing in the system or just the words showing. So my apologies for this. Not sure why we've not got the sound playing as normal. And maybe it will be in the recording. But let me just say that Marina has been super successful with goal mapping, and the amount of people that she's managed to help in businesses, large and small, both in Greece where she lives and beyond, is just incredible. Goal mapping is both a 7-step process for setting your goals, as well as a growth mindset workshop. And if you're learning the goal mapping system, you're both learning how to coach the system, as well as the simple science of positive thinking that is the power behind the system. And this was the thing that made such a big difference for me in my life when I was first shown this, and it helped me to change so many aspects about my life and about myself. Inside of your brain, my brain, even a young child's brain, all of us have a huge number of brain cells. Now, the estimate is you have 100 billion brain cells, and each one of your 100 billion brain cells or neurons, represented here by the black dot, grows these arms and branches, which are called dendrites. But when you have a thought, the thought is starting in the middle of the brain cell. It travels out as an impulse along the arms and branches, wants to connect with another arm and branch, but there's a small gap that separates all of the brain cell arms. It's called the synaptic gap. Now, in the training, there's a lot of detail that you can learn, but here is the key point. If the thought you choose to think is positive, and I'm emphasizing the words here because they're all important. If the thought you choose to think is positive. You see, some days we start off in a good way, something goes wrong in our day, maybe we lose our temper, and it's like an automatic negative response, a chimp paradox to something negative that's happened in our life. But within a moment or two, it's a choice. Goal mapping and the positive thinking training helps people to stay conscious and choose a positive thought. If you choose a positive thought about yourself, your life, your situation, if you choose a positive thought about your future, your coaching business, helping a client, or if you're helping your client to choose those positive thoughts, the positive impulse starts in the middle of the brain cell, it travels out along the dendrite arms, and it stimulates a neuroreceptor to release a chemical from the end of the arm into your brain and body. The chemical is serotonin, and serotonin is the neuroconductor chemical that creates the feeling of happiness and well-being. Think a positive thought about yourself, it releases serotonin, gives you a happy feeling. Think a positive thought about your future, same thing is happening. There are thousands of medical reports written about this, but you can check it out in your own experience. Simply focus on some happy memory from your past or some good thing that you believe is coming. And as you focus in on that happy thought, that good memory or that happy thought about a thing that is coming, within a few moments, you trigger the release of serotonin. Serotonin is the same chemical that's released into your brain and body if you take an antidepressant, such as Prozac. When you learn to train your brain, when you get the tools that are in the goal mapping coaching that you can use for yourself or with your clients, you naturally trigger the release of the serotonin. And as well as giving you the feeling of happiness, serotonin is also a neuroconductor. It bridges the synaptic gap. It allows your thought to continue on its journey, and you build up this positive pattern of thought that triggers those light bulb moments, that aha moment, where you suddenly find an answer to your problem, where you find a new way forward, where you see a solution to the challenge you face. This is what happens for your clients when you're also guiding them through the process of creating their goal map and explaining their simple brain science using the PowerPoint presentations that we provide as part of the training. Now, when you have that aha moment, that's 2 or more brain cells joining. Think about it for a moment. Every time you have one of those breakthrough moments, or if you're helping your client to have a breakthrough moment, that's the brain cells building intensity and go, ah, I can do this. Oh, I've got the answer. I've found the solution. Here's the way forward. That's the breakthrough moment. The release of serotonin helps you or your client to have that feel-good motivation. Yeah, I'm going to do this. Now, here's the challenge. Quite quickly afterwards, the brain cells break back apart again. And so here's the key. This is a really essential thing to understand and remember. Brain cells that repeatedly fire together, well, gradually they wire together. Every time you remind yourself of your goal, you help to strengthen the brain cell connection. And it moves from being just a thought to an opinion. And the more times you repeat the same thoughts and review the goal over a number of days, gradually it builds into a belief. A belief, any belief that you have, is simply the established connection between 2 or more brain cells. This equals this. That's what a belief is. We start forming beliefs when we're very young, and we form 2 types of belief. Empowering belief, I can, and limiting belief, I can't. Goal mapping helps people become more aware of their beliefs, strengthen the empowering beliefs that serve them, that help them move forwards, believing they can do the things important to them, and also how to break down the old brain cell connections and limiting beliefs that no longer serve. As we build the connection stronger, it becomes a sense of knowing, a feeling of certainty. And the more connections we make, the more we're able to activate the whole of the brain. The right side of the brain giving us a good vision of the future, lots of creativity and new ideas, as well as the left side of the brain, equally as important, helping us to form a strategy, make a plan, be effective in our actions. This system is equally as important for you as a coach to achieve your own goals as it is for a client to help your clients have breakthroughs and achieve their goals. And whether your client is a business person looking to have that breakthrough, or they're a student in education looking to have the breakthrough. I was coaching today with one of our new coaches in Australia who's working with young women, teenage women, helping them to find their power, map out their dreams for the future. Having those breakthroughs is essential. And it's using both sides of our brain. It's not a static balance to have brain balance. It's iterative, like the infinity sign. And one side interacting with the other side of the brain. And the most brilliant people that have ever lived, that have ever walked the planet, people like Albert Einstein or Leonardo da Vinci, have this brain balance. They are equally brilliant with their right brain as they are with their left brain. Leonardo da Vinci created the most brilliant painting with the Mona Lisa, said to be the greatest painting in the history of the world. He was equally brilliant with his left brain. He was the man that invented technical drawing. He had inventions that were hundreds of years ahead of their time. This same principle of whole brain activation helps each and every one of us to be at our best. And this is why goal mapping has become so popular, so effective, with people from all walks of life, because it's helping them to achieve their greatest dreams. When we think positively about ourselves and our life, it releases the serotonin that not only joins the brain cells together, but gives us those winning feelings and attitudes that raise our self-esteem. But in addition, the serotonin also empowers us at a physical level, at a body chemistry level, to be our best, and gives real power to both the quality and the quantity of the action we engage in through the day. As Henry Ford famously said, if you think you can, well, you can, you probably will. But if you think you can't, well, you probably won't. Because when you think negatively about yourself, your life, your situation, the negative impulse is stimulating a different neuroreceptor. It's releasing a different chemical into your brain called cortisol, which is giving you the feeling of fear. And it's also a neuroinhibitor. The more negative you become, the more your brain closes down, and the bigger the problem looks within your mind. This is an ancient survival system when the danger that most people faced in life was a wild animal like a hungry bear that wanted to eat them for lunch. But in modern life, the dangers are very different. And we don't need our brain to close down and our body to shut down in the fear response every time we imagine a danger. Because in modern life, the dangers for most people is not a wild animal that wants to eat them. Instead of a hungry bear, it's an angry bill that wants paying. It's us not having enough money to live the quality of life we aspire to. It's us wanting to help our clients, our family, our loved one. It's us wanting to help ourselves, to be more happy, to live a more balanced life. Life's modern challenges, like increasing our economy, being better at our work, helping more people, having a sense of purpose, living a balanced life. Life's modern challenges require a creative solution. Being in fear just causes our brain and body to close down. And very often the fear is not real. It's a false expectation that appears real to us. But your brain doesn't know the difference between a possible worry of the future and a real life threat. And when you worry about the things that you think may happen in the future, your brain releases cortisol as if it's a real danger, and it sends the body into stress. The answer to life's modern problems are found through staying positive. And one of the best ways to stay positive is by setting goals, because in setting the goals, you are stimulating the brain cell connections that release the serotonin that help to activate your whole brain. Modern life success is absolutely a whole brain game. We want to be creative with our right brain about how we can increase our happiness, how we can find our life purpose, how we can have more life balance, how we can increase our economy. And absolutely, we need to work with our left brain to make a plan, follow a strategy, be effective in our actions. It's this combination of right brain, left brain, words and pictures that makes goal mapping so effective, because it applies to both the conscious and subconscious mind. One of my proudest achievements is my children's book that I wrote, Sam the Magic Genie. And in the book, I use the analogy that the subconscious mind, your subconscious mind, my subconscious mind, is like a magical genie. And genies are all powerful. Your subconscious mind is powerful. Genies can do amazing things. Your subconscious mind can do amazing things. And your subconscious mind, just like a magical genie, can help your wishes come true. It can do the things that the scientists still don't understand. It's amazingly powerful. But your subconscious genie cannot wish for you. With your conscious mind, you are master of the magic lamp. By thinking about what you want, your thoughts gradually command your subconscious genie to move you towards your desires. The great challenge for so many people is they simply don't understand this. Whether that's young people in schools, where we use this analogy to help them understand how their subconscious is working, or whether it's very grown-up people working sometimes in big business or government that don't understand this principle. One of the most important things to understand about your subconscious is that it doesn't make choices or value judgments. It doesn't evaluate whether something is good for you or bad for you. It doesn't evaluate whether it's what you want or what you don't want. It follows your dominant thought. If in your mind you are picturing yourself achieving success, that you're hitting the target, or just like a sports person, you're hitting the target or putting the golf ball in the hole, then your subconscious looks to manipulate all of your muscle memory and govern your actions and emotions to help you hit the target. But if you're thinking in your mind failure, if you are picturing disaster, if you're too often thinking about things going wrong, that it moves you into self-sabotage, your subconscious gets confused, and you miss the target. This is why all top sports people will have a mindset coach to help train them how to stay focused on the positive and then hitting the target. Because even with the world's top coaches, if they start to think about missing the target, well, then their subconscious gives them that and they miss the target. And this is not just happening for the world's top coaches. This is happening for everyone. It's instinctive in us. And if you're unsure about this, go observe any young child. Tell that young child, don't touch. What do? They touch. Because the subconscious doesn't understand the word don't. Don't touch, the child touches, because their subconscious in a young child is right to the surface. Well, in adult life, the subconscious still works in the same way. And if you're thinking, I don't want to mess up or I don't want to fail, all your subconscious gives you is mess up and failure. What's crucial when you are setting goals is you think about what you want and not what you don't want. Unfortunately, many people spend a lot of time in worry. And when you worry, you are thinking about all of the things you don't want. you're thinking about debt, you're thinking about sadness, you're thinking about being alone, and your subconscious doesn't understand you don't want those things. It just follows your dominant thought and moves you towards it. This is what is commonly known as self-sabotage. And sadly, so many people go into self-sabotage because they are thinking too often about what they don't want. The solution is to put down on paper what you do want. And when you think about what you want and then you think about what you don't want, they cancel each other out. But by putting down on paper your desires and looking at it once a day, you establish the brain cell connection that makes the thoughts of what you want stronger than the thoughts of what you fear, and that keeps your subconscious moving towards them. Some years ago in one of my goal mapping workshops, there was a gentleman that explained to me that he was a motorcycle riding instructor. And he was explaining the big danger for people on a bicycle or a motorbike are all of the many holes that we have in the roads. And that if you hit one of these holes in a car, it can do a lot of damage. But if you hit one of these big holes in the road, a pothole on a motorbike or a pedal bike, it can kill you. And many people have been killed this way in traffic accidents. And they are retraining cyclists because we have so many of these holes. And what they're training the cyclists to do is this: be aware of the hole, but whatever you do, don't stare at the hole. If you stare at the hole, you will go to the hole. My daughter's a ski instructor, and they teach people if you stare at the tree, you will ski to the tree. When they train race car drivers, they teach them if you stare at the crash barrier, you will steer to the crash barrier. It's just an automatic thing because of the way your subconscious works. Your subconscious will move you towards whatever you focus on. We are each of us on a path in life. There will be holes in our journey ahead. We need to be aware of the hole, but not stare at the hole. We need to be aware so we can correct, we can steer around, we can go over, we can find our way through. But we mustn't stare at the hole because otherwise we move to the hole. We need to stay focused on where we want to go. So how do you maintain that difficult balance between being aware of the hole but not stare at the hole? Well, set goals. And in particular, creating a goal map forms those brain cell connections that commands your subconscious that you can be aware of the dangers that lie ahead, the things you need to avoid or correct or find a solution for, but stay focused on where you want to go, what you want to do, who you choose to be as a person. And this is why goal mapping works so amazingly well as a coaching and training process, because it helps people in a very simple 7-step process capture their best ideas, their motivations, and the actions they need to take to move towards the goals that they desire to achieve. Ronnie here is one of our Swedish coaches using goal mapping in well-being. He started training with goal mapping in 2013. He uses it in education. He uses it in business. And he also, of course, uses it within his well-being coaching. I'm not going to try to play the video because I think we've lost the sound on the system tonight. So my apologies once again for that. If you wish to create your own goal map, or if you wish to see how you can use goal mapping with your clients, then go to the goal mapping platform and click on goal maps. Here I've got one of my maps showing. This is my higher purpose goal map. And if you take a look at my goals here, you will notice that they are all written in the form of affirmation. An affirmation is always written personal, positive, and present tense. And I'm going to see if I can just bring up the website in real time and go to my goal mapping account. Let's have a look and see if I can just explain this principle, because if you're a coach or a trainer, or you're just looking to achieve your own goals in the most powerful way, this is such an important principle to understand, that when you are writing your goals, you really want to write them in the form of affirmation. And what I find is that most people, if they write down their goals at all, don't understand how to command their subconscious. Here's the typical way somebody will write a goal: lose weight. Now, that simply won't command the subconscious. It's not impersonal, positive, or present tense. It's a double negative. Remember, the subconscious mind doesn't understand negative or abstract. So instead of saying, I lose weight, a positive goal affirmation would be written like this. Okay? Let me just, so I weigh 88 kg. Now, I'm going to bring up one of my goal maps in just a second to show you an example. This would be a really short affirmation. What would make it more powerful is to write, I feel fantastic and free at, I'm going to put in here, 88 kg. An affirmation is always written like you've already achieved it, present tense. You also say it in the personal. I am, I have, I earn, I own. Because when you are saying I, you are being the creator of your reality. Some of my goal maps are created together with my partner, Vicky, who's writing in the text all the time tonight. And there we're using a we language. But you also want to add in some passion words, because what influences your subconscious mind is emotion, repetition, and emotion. By having the words stated in the form of an affirmation. And this was the way it was done in ancient times. And if I go into my goal maps and I just bring up one of my existing maps, this is my well-being goal map, you can see all of my goals here written in the form of affirmation. I was 15 kilos overweight last year, and I did a goal map to get back to my normal weight, which is 88 kg. And of course, I want to maintain that weight rather than yo-yoing up and down. And so here in my well-being map, I feel fantastic and free at 88 kg. And you can see my other goals here on my well-being map. And if I go to step two is all about making sure the main goal is the main goal. which one goal, once achieved, helps you to achieve the other goals. You may want a lot of things, but the left brain wants one thing that's the main thing. For me, that main thing is the weight I want to be. And then around the side, I've got I'm super fit and vibrant, sleep well and deep at night, feel empowered through my day, comfortable in I've got a lot of shirts I really like. Many of them are slim fit, and I wasn't fitting into them when I was over my normal weight. Once you've structured the goals and you can move them all around from place to place, then the next step is to add the imagery. So if I go to visualize, and at the bottom of the words, you've got the image icon. And everybody can upload their own personal images. And when you're using personal photo, it triggers so much brain cell stimulation. And sometimes I'm doing a drawing, so I like to be creative. You see one of my drawings here in the top left, and then I'm uploading it. And other times I'm searching the internet and I'm downloading, or I'm taking images from the folders in the image library. I can upload my own images here where it says choose file. They go into my personal private folder, or I can go to the categories and I can choose an image here. These are already in the system. Click, it goes straight in. Or I can go to the search field and I can search online for an image, and I can also put that into my map right here in the search field. And this process of using words and pictures is followed through the map step by step. And so step 4, what are your strongest and motivating reasons? So I've got fulfilled in my purpose, living my life fully, living long for my family. And then when you open up the date field and you can choose a date by the month, by the year, I've got 6th of November, but I can choose any date I wish to, and it updates automatically. And then in step 6, it's time to make the simple plan. What are the things you need to do in order to move along the path towards the achievement of your goal? Always this combination of words and pictures. And in step 6 here, we can do something additional. And we can also add in a task list, daily, weekly, maybe monthly actions. So I eat fresh fruits every day. And if I want to, I can give that action a specific date, or I can just put it in as one of my repeating daily actions. And then the very final step of creating your map is who. Who is going to help? So you can see I've got Vicky here, and sometimes the who is you. So when it's you, you always state your way of being. So I remember an act is my bottom who. I'm committed with Vicky. And then the top one, I give myself the time. If I go to the view of my map, and you can see my completed map here, this, remember, is my health and well-being map. Always this combination of words and pictures. And sometimes I like to look at the map in the traditional view, where I've got the words and the pictures side by side. Sometimes maybe it's just the pictures or just the words. Most people like this combined view of the words and pictures together. Of course, you can download your map, you can print it, you can keep it as a screensaver, just goes blank for a moment while it brings all the information together. But you can see there my completed map. And I really wholeheartedly recommend that you create your own goal map, regardless of whether this is a system that you think will empower you within your coaching and training to help your clients, try it for yourself. Create your own goal map. Empower yourself with the goal mapping, and indeed with the inspirational training, the video we have from the goal mapping workshop. If you go to the Life Path tab in Goal Mapping Online, and you will see this island, click on any of the dots and it will bring up the video from the goal mapping workshop. Each video is around 15 minutes in duration. And at the end of the video, it will ask if you want a new video, watch another section, or if you want to go and update your goal map. You can also engage in the life balance check. And as part of the goal mapping training, you have access to the goal mapping platform so that you can guide your clients through doing a life balance check. And the life balance check is pinpointing which areas will most benefit you or your client to go and map out in more detail, because you can have multiple goal maps. If you're enrolling in the coach training, as well as the training, you also get your own coach profile here in the goal mapping platform. And these are just a few of the coaches. Click on any one and the coach profile opens up into more detail. Now, for the rest of the presentation, we're going to focus on the certification. There are 3 levels of certification. Coach, which is about working one-to-one. Facilitator, which is working in groups to present the goal mapping workshop to a half-day format. And then practitioner, which is conference speaking and training to deliver goal mapping to large groups of people. So whether you want to work one-on-one, whether you want to run small half-day workshops, or whether you want the training about being a conference speaker and delivering goal mapping to big groups of people, as I was doing last week at the National Sales Conference here in England, and whether that's to corporate audience, public audience, or education audience, this program covers it all. Some people start at the coach level and then progress on to running the workshops. Some people come straight in at the workshop level, because the workshop level also includes the coach training. You choose the level that you believe is right for you. Please do continue to write your questions or messages in the chat. I see someone saying Ronnie's an amazing coach. They've been coached by him. Yeah, he's a fantastic guy, Ronnie Pfister from Sweden. And there are so many amazing people that have joined the community. I do feel very honoured and blessed that so many top coaches and trainers around the world are either endorsing goal mapping or choosing to teach it. And the license is absolutely international. You can work where you want, whatever country you want, whatever market sector you want. And of course, we support you in working where you want. There is a full set of training resources, manuals, videos, PowerPoints. All of the training is always recorded and made available, so you can watch it at any time. And it's not time bound. Once you start on the certification training, it's lifelong. You can come back, you can revisit any of the training. You can even rejoin the new trainings at no expense. And in the resource center, you find all the materials to support you. We run live trainings every 2 weeks, or if it's the workshop training, we're running that on a weekly basis. And we have manuals and PowerPoints and workbooks and quick start guides, templates that you can fill in, that in just a few weeks, you can be coaching your own clients. And whether you want to work on paper using the downloads and paper templates or the guided workbook, or whether you want to work online. We have a full set of PowerPoint presentations. So if you want to make a presentation to a customer, or if you want to make a presentation to a school or a public group or a business group, we have the PowerPoint presentations to support you in that. These are the same presentations that I'm using and have developed now over the last 28 years. You learn to coach goal mapping both on paper and online. Everyone that enrolls in the coach training gets access to the coaching center. And here in the coaching center, you can create one-to-one personal coaching pages to coach your clients, where you've got a chat stream and your clients can share their goal map, like Kristen here from Norway, so that you can give feedback. And if you want, you can give quick text feedback on their goal map, or you can arrange, of course, a more elaborate Zoom coaching session where you can coach them on the map on screen share, like I've been demonstrating to you tonight. At the facilitator level, you can create your own workshops. And I'm creating my online workshops for my corporate clients, for my network marketing clients, for all types of customers. Here, one that I created for Forever Living Products. And when you create your own online workshop, you can create your own registration page. You can put in your own video. You can put in your own downloads, like the workshop I have here for Forever. And we teach you how to do this as part of the coach and workshop training. That not only do you get the training, not only do you get the resource center, but you also get use for life of the platform, either to coach your clients or house your workshops, or even better, it's the combination of the two. This certification is both a self-development opportunity as well as a business opportunity, because the coach and workshop training is to help you map out your own life. And in the coach training, you're going to create a series of goal maps that are going to help you increase your well-being, your happiness, your financial freedom, raise your self-esteem, find and follow your purpose. In creating your maps, being coached by me and our top team of coach trainers, it helps you to form the brain cell connections that stimulate your whole brain, help you to create an enhanced neural net. You're also going to be guided by me to create a business goal map. That business goal map is going to help you run your business and take it to the next level. You're also going to learn how to create a life map to develop yourself as a person. So it's a professional certification where you're going to learn goal mapping and life mapping and how to teach that to young people if that's your passion. We've got a full resource support center of training materials, downloads and guides, and you will learn through a combination of one-to-one plus group coaching. We've got full marketing support. You're going to get a coach profile that's open to the internet as part of this, and also connects with the online program, as well as your promotional material and even your own affiliate center. Here in the coach profile, you're able to create your own profile and have your own affiliate link to goal mapping. And this is open to the internet, so you can use it as your marketing page. It's a really simple 7-week learning journey. Some people do it even quicker than the 7 weeks because they want to fast track. Other people will do it longer than 7 weeks because of their life situation. They want to take a longer period of time. Within the 7 sessions, there is a combination of group coaching led by me, and you can attend as many of the group coachings as you wish to, and you can keep on attending them to refresh your knowledge. Plus, you're going to get 3 one-to-one coaching sessions, focus coaching sessions at a time of your choice with one of our top coaches of your choice. And we will help you to connect with the right coach for you, whether that's you wanting to learn in a certain language. And we have a lot of coaches coming from Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Finland, Italy, the Netherlands, Germany, whatever language you want to learn goal mapping in. And we can normally help find you a good coach that can help you work in your language, as well as, of course, choosing to learn from a coach that is already being successful in the area that you want to work and you have a passion for. And you get both the marketing and the affiliate center all as part of the package. So you have your own social media information you can post. You can see people that join through your affiliate link, so you can message them and invite them to be coached by you. And we even supply upgrade codes and marketing systems, all as part of the package. You get logos, flyers that you can put your own details into, even testimonials from public, corporate, and education that talk about the power of goal mapping that you can use in order to show value to your clients. We have case studies from big businesses like Microsoft and British Telecom talking about the power of goal mapping. And again, you can use these testimonials and case studies as a goal mapping coach to show to your clients what the system can do. It's an absolutely no questions asked, full money back guarantee if you're not completely happy, because this is a family community where we all look to support each other. Of course, we only want people in the community that are really happy, and nobody ever asks for their money back because they were unhappy. It's also a lifetime membership. There really is nothing else to pay afterwards. There are no yearly renewal fees. And I just want to repeat this point because many people question me on it. There is absolutely nothing to pay. You have use of the online platform, the coaching center, the marketing center. You have premium use for yourself for life. And all of the new things that we bring on, like the mobile app that is coming at the end of this year, are always added to the things that are included within your package. And there is nothing else to pay afterwards. There is no percentage of your training. We don't regulate your prices. All we do is support you in helping other people with this system, because by helping you, you are also helping me and Vicky to reach our goals of helping 7 million people. Louise Barnacle here saying, I first saw goal mapping at a team presentation and then used it for several years for myself and my team. And the goals that have come true are absolutely incredible. Goal mapping has meant so much for me in my business, with empowering me to empower others. I can coach my people globally, wherever they are. And Louise has emigrated out of England, but she's still coaching people, of course, with goal mapping online, because it doesn't matter where they are. Goal maps in words and pictures really help to activate the whole brain. I so absolutely love this online method. It's worked wonderfully well for me as a person and in my business life. And what I love about Louise is she's a real all-rounder. She's using it in business, she's using it with her family, and she's teaching it to all sorts of people in all sorts of ways. I've been doing my research for many years. I work with many other trainers. I'm certified in many different systems. And if you look at comparable programs around the world, you will find they are a minimum of £3,000 to £5,000. Goal mapping certification at the coach level is just 1,495. That is for everything. And that is for your training, it's for the resource center, it's lifetime use of the platform, including the coaching center and the affiliate center, the marketing center, all of it, this one price of £1,495. And remember, this is a certification and the support material for you, whether you want to work in corporate, public, or education work. And many people want to work only one-on-one, and other people want to work one-on-one, but also group presentation. So if you want to work at the group level, then we also have the facilitator training. And the facilitator training is where you can also house your workshop online. Now, we include within the pack the educational material, so that if you want to work within schools or you want to empower young people, as Emily has done here in Italy, everything's included within the one price. John Alexander here helping young apprentices in Scotland to find their way, and you can see them here with their goal maps. The family pack and the education training on goal mapping is normally £359, but it's all included in the one price. In addition, we supply 10 gold and 15 silver upgrade codes, so that if you are working with someone and you want to enrich the offer, you can give them premium membership of goal mapping for 1 year by supplying a code. Gold code is normally £90. Silver code is normally £42. The combined value of the codes is higher than the cost of the training, but we are giving it included into the training as part of the package. We also include the life mapping certification. So you can run multiple coaching sessions, and you can also run life mapping as well as goal mapping. And one of the things that I was thinking about earlier today is that goal mapping is one of those programs that many people want to repeat each year because of setting their new goals for the new year. And I get invited again and again by my corporate clients to run the goal mapping workshop every year for them and their team, because each year they're looking to achieve their best results and want to start the year with goal mapping. Rishi here from Norway says, I've always been goal orientated, but in 2015, when I became a goal mapping practitioner, it totally changed my life. I got conscious about my life purpose, my goals, and it gave me the tools to take control and design my future. I love the journey, and I love the person I've become by achieving my goals. And I think for me, it's one of the greatest rewards is that in teaching goal mapping, it's helped me to become my best. And there's no greater feeling than helping people achieve their goals, but it's also a great pick-me-up, because when you're sharing this system with others, you're empowering your own mindset in the process. A life mapping, normally £599, but again, all included in this one price, the goal mapping coach certification. All of these bonuses here, all for the one price, would normally be nearly £4,000, but all for just £1,495. If this is something that's of interest to you, then you can follow through really simply, either in one payment, or if it's more convenient for you, you can spread the cost of your training over as many as 12 months if you wish. bringing the price down to just £135 per month. Everything's still included. Many people, of course, are starting their training. They are learning and earning an income before they've even completed the payments within their coach training. And we never hold people back. We're looking for good people that want to make a difference in the world. We're taking a long-term approach of welcoming people into the community and keeping everything available for people for as long as they wish, with no renewal cost, of course. Coach training, just £1,495. Or if you want to start at the workshop level, then £2,995. Many people start at the coach level and upgrade to the workshop level. Other people come straight in at the workshop level because it also includes the coach level, and they are getting more value and they are giving more value to their clients by having both the ability to run a workshop for a group of people as well as follow through with one-to-one coaching. You can book your training and start immediately. We are running online all of the time. You can start tomorrow with your coach training if you wish to. The QR code here will take you to our information and registration page. And of course, you can be working with your first clients for the beginning of 2024. It is the boom time to be coaching and training, especially offering goal-setting coaching and training, because the start of the year, new year, new you, New Year's resolutions, this is where people want to buy coach training to help them achieve their goals. And so if you have a desire for a new tool as an existing coach to really spread out to your clients in the new year, I know a lot of coaches that are very established, got a good client base, and they learn goal mapping and they simply run it out to their existing clients, and people are really pleased to follow through and have this new technique. Or if you are thinking about becoming a coach, if you are choosing a life change, we have a complete package here. Everything you need to not only learn coaching and learn one of the most important coaching skills of setting goals, but also the support material, the community support, and the marketing materials. Everything is included here in this one package for you. Go to the information page, check it out, start as soon as you wish. It'll be my great pleasure to connect with you and be your coach, help you get established, introduce you into the group coaching calls, and connect you with your special one-to-one coaches and mentor. And if you want to talk it through, if you're looking to come in a higher level and you want to know, how will goal mapping work for me and my clients? How can I integrate it? Then myself and Vicky would be really happy to connect with you. You can email Vicky here, check out. Vicky will have posted the link, I can see it now, into the chat. You can just email Vicky saying, yep, like to book a call. We'll have a one-to-one where I can find a little about you and what it is you currently do, what your desires are for the future, and also suggest how goal mapping can work for you. We've got a special private area of goal mapping for people that are interested in making a difference in the world and lifting lives with goal mapping. And if you'd like to join this special area where we've got a dedicated, dynamic, interactive workbook and journal that will guide you through the visualization and process of creating your goal map to be a goal mapping coach, then please keep an eye on your email, because we'll be sending an email directly after tonight with the link for this special area of goal mapping where you can go, you can read more about goal mapping certification, you can see the video from some of the goal mapping coaches, and you'll also be able to access this dynamic interactive journal that will guide you through creating your goal map to build your coaching business. And once you've created your map, if you'd like to share it with me or Vicky, and we would be only too pleased to give you feedback on how you can make your map even stronger. And we'll check both the affirmation and visualization. And if there's anyone that would like to ask any questions at all about the certification, how it can work for them, either write in the chat right now. I'm just looking through. I'm seeing different people here. Here's the link. See, Vicky's been posting, people saying thank you. Any questions anyone has? Anyone like to unmute their microphone, ask anything about any of the aspects that I've been sharing tonight, how you can use it for yourself or use it for your clients? I'd be really happy to answer anyone's questions. And if there are no questions coming, then I'm going to say thank you very much, everyone, for joining this evening, following through. It's been a real pleasure to share with you. See Matilda there in the background. Didn't notice you earlier, Matilda. And Matilda, one of our coaches from Norway, joining. And thank you all for attending this evening. Whether you choose to follow through with the goal mapping certification or not, and for some of you, maybe you'll be the first in your country, please do create a goal map for yourself. Create a goal map that will help you be your very best. Do your very best and help as many people as you possibly can. I thank you all for joining. Lots of love to you all. I wish you everything you wish for yourself. Bye-bye for now. See you again soon.